All right, so here is the meaty stuff. Basically, the 1120 is just pro forma, right? So the 54 and 72, that's the actual thing. So you have to check out. So the 1120 and this 54 72. Some of the information, especially the basic information, need to be exactly the same in order for it to make sense. So, for example, name of the reporting corporation, you need to get exactly the same, right? Employee identification number, that should be exactly the same because you're going to attach this form to that form. Okay, number, street, room, suite number, all that. This should be the operating, like the major operating address. Okay, you don't say, hey, I got like a PO box. Okay, you can't do that. For example, even though you operating in another country, or if you say this thing is like a register in certain part of USA, right? You through say registered agents or whatever, and then you operate in another part of USA, right? You operate in Washington and you register in Delaware. You know what? You're operating in Alaska, something like that, right? Doesn't really matter. You feel that's the like a day-to-day operation. That's a principal business address, okay? And just to feel that here, and feel that city, town, state, and zip code. If you like the whole thing is operating, say, in Singapore, right? You feel that. That's the true things. Don't use the registered agents address, right? I've seen a lot of people like using registered agent address. That's not your major business address, unless you are the registered agent as well, and you do that business, or you share the same operation room. Okay, so then is the principal business activity. This, as well as the principal business activity code, we need to find that, and we need to find that in the Form 1120 instructions. And I think I got this instruction 1120. Let me just open this for you. So I already opened it here. And let me just get rid of all these distractions, right? Then you can find this. First, you need to get the latest 1120 instructions, right? This may not be the latest as you are watching this video maybe many years from now. This is maybe not the appropriate thing, right? So what I'm gonna do is to scroll it down. You will see a very distinguished form that give you all the instructions here. Yeah, this is basically some columns and all that. Yeah, let's go all the way here. Yep, that's nearly there. So basically, this is give you a lot of crucial information about like tax payers burden for entity tax as a partnership. So for example, they even give you all that sort of examples. That's very good, right? And taxpayer burden for entity tax as a taxable corporations and pass-through corporations, all that. But here's the thing: we got principal business activity code. Okay, so you can't just fill in whatever things that you want. There's like a classification here. So, for example, if your major is like a legal service, and inside we got like office lawyers or other legal service, and then you use this. What's the right side? And then we got this code. Okay, just to choose whatever suits you. Okay, so for example, you got like educational service, right? You can call the students, university, and all that. Yeah, you fill that here. So basically, fill the tax at here, and then fill the activity code here. Okay, that's like a two separate thing. I need to find that in the form 1120. Okay, and then once you got that, we got the total gross payment made or received, total number 5 per year. Most of the time is 1, and then I'm going to leave all these calculation parts just to wait a little bit. Okay, we're going to fill the simple information, and then we're talking especially about the number here. Consolidated, most of the time it's not consolidated. Initial year, if it's initial year, you check it. If it's not initial year, you don't need to check it. Number of parts, if you don't have this part, you just fill 0. If you got this, you can have, because they don't want to miss information. So for example, you attach 1 and in fact there are 2. You fill that information, right? Country of incorporation, most of the time, if you got this foreign owned US corporation, most of the time the country of incorporation is in the USA, unless you incorporate in the foreign country, right? And then it's just when you register, you go incorporate your company, there's like state secretary or whatever local laws that will give you a certification of incorporation, right? You look at that date, and then you look at the date of incorporation, you'll find that. And I think when you find this like EIN, right, and you got like EIN number, you use the SS4 for that. You apply that. If you apply that yourself, you can actually get this a letter from the IRS, and you can double check that form as well. Okay, because that form also provide information. All the information they will cross-reference it. Okay, so this is typically kind of like information return. Okay, so the information return is it's not just for, but for one of the really important functionality for information return is cross-referencing. Okay, so this is like kind of information that we apply for IRS. So you have everything needs to be checked out. So you have to be extremely careful. That's the reason why I strongly recommend that all the previous return, if the client provides you all the previous return, or if you're doing this yourself, you need to check all the previous return, and everything needs to be checked out. If there's something like not accurate or something changed, all this after years filing need to be consistent, need to correct. Okay, sometimes you don't necessarily need to. You can even have explanations letters assigned to it. Say, hey, our business changed or something like that. So you can, or basically most of the time you can just update information through a specific form if they provide. If they don't provide form, it's just some not so major changes. You provide that in the information return. Okay, so yeah, need to be accurate. Countries on which law reporting corporation and income tax as a resident, then you provide the country. Okay, basically, you want this to be USA and the principal country where business is conducted to be a foreign country, so you can pass them through, and then you are going to report the tax at that principal country. If it's not trigger the effective connected income, so ECI, if it's not trigger that, that's the best scenario, which means that you don't need to be double taxed, or you don't need to calculate your US tax because there is no effective connected income. Okay, but that's for another video. But basically here, most of the scenario is like the USA, right? Country under which law the reporting corporation filed an income tax return as a resident. Most of the time is USA. And if this corporation is conduct business in USA, you just fill the USA here. Or if you conduct whole business outside of the country, for example, some foreign country, right, like Singapore, you just fill that in. You just need to be truthful, because there is a huge issue involved, is the ECI issue. Okay, so just that, all this is the basic information, and all this, if you own more than 50% and it's a foreign owner, right, that's going to be checked. For this is just basically a fancy way of saying, hey, under the sections, this, right, sections 6038A, so basically this is like governing section. Based on this, so sort of they treat you as a corporation, even though you are a foreign-owned disregard entity, it's still going to treat you as a corporation for this purpose. And that's the reason, basically, you are going to attach this form 5472 to the 1120. And 1120 is like a wrapper. That's because it's treated as a corporation for reporting purpose. But you basically got all the meaty stuff in here in the 5472. So you need to check this. If that suits you, if that specific scenario suits you, you need to check both. Okay, and then this all the basic information part, and then we come to the exciting part of filling in this and go through all this. Okay, so yeah, let's get to it.